Hello everyone, I have this physics experiment to show you on how to use a PhET simulation for practicals in physics, thanks to Colorado University, which are the source of this PhET simulation. You will agree with me that this is how physics practicals, especially for SSC level, can be set up. I just extract some part of the questions, the procedure, which is actually the part that involve you doing practicals, and these are the procedures. You tie one end of the train to the pendulum bulb. You suspend the simple pendulum from the support so that the length of the pendulum equal 100, that's 1 meter. Then you display the pendulum through a small angle. The angle is not given here, so we are at liberty to choose any angle we want, 30, 25, 40, or a small angle. Then we are going to measure the time t for 20 oscillations, and then we also record for period, as t, capital T, which is the time it takes to complete one oscillation. Then we divide it by 20, and then we evaluate t square, which means we find the square of the value we have for t. We are going to repeat this experiment for the length of the rope to be 80, 60, 40, and then 20 centimeter, and in each time we record for t, for capital T, and t square. And of course there are other questions that follow it: precaution to be taken, finding the slope, plotting the graph, and every other things that follow, as we normally have in physics. So my major concentration is how to use PhET simulations to do this practical actually. So this is what is important for me for this particular experiment. All other questions on graph, plotting, and precautions and every other thing is there actually. So follow me, let's go. So I'm going to set up my PhET simulation in the first place. I have all the material that I needed: a thread, a meter rule, a stopwatch, what other things the weight and the clap, and so on and so forth. I have something similar which I can use for this. It's already set up for me, as you can see on my screen. This blue thing you are saying is the weight, can be of any value, I think from 0 to 1.5 kg. If you can see on my screen by the right side, you see as I move this from place to place, the weight increase or changes. So for now, let me use that for 1 kg. And of course I can also use this to take my measurement. Remember, the measurement is from 100 centimeter, 80, 60, and then 40. As I move this, it goes across the meters, or the measurement I'm to take. So let's start from 100 centimeter, which is 1 meter. And of course nothing was said about frictions and gravity. So if anything was said about friction and gravity, for me, I can come here as well and effect it as it is. But for this particular experiment, nothing was said about that, so I can actually go with the gravity of the earth. It can be gravity of Jupiter or gravity of Moon, as the case may be, and see the effect for and how it affects the simple pendulum and your calculation. We're not going to do that. Then on my left side, bottom left, I have my meter rule. You know what meter rule is used for? For measurement. As I click on it, do you notice something? The meter rule appear, and I can drag it to measure the length. Let me see, 100 centimeter, which is 1 meter. Can you see? So it coincides exactly with that dark line on this blue weight. So, and then to that very point where my thread is tied to. And of course this is like a protractor which I use to measure my angle. You will see it when I begin to use it. So these are the apparatus needed for this experiment, in case you are asked to list them. Of course normally they do ask you to list them, but that is not the focus here. The focus is actually the practical. So my meter rule, I can use it to measure, as you can see it here. If I don't want it to appear, I want to hide it, I keep it somewhere. If I want to use it, I bring it up. Then my stopwatch, there's another one. Of course. Are you surprised? This is my stopwatch. I use it to count the time. Let me even test and see, so you can see as I display this and my time is counting. Can you see? All right, I'll get to that. So just to tell you, my stopwatch is here. I can use it, and I also can trace, so I'll be able to know and count very well the period when it complete a period. You know, when it complete, when it move from, say, from here to here, from here to back here, it has completed one oscillation. Those of you in physics will understand this very. One oscillation is from here, back here, and then back to the starting point, is when it is said to have complete one oscillation. Okay, are you ready to see something? Okay, all right. So which angle am I going to use? I have my table here already tabulated. I did not put the angle. Should I put the angle I'm going to start with? Let's say, do I say 45? Sorry, angle 45 degrees. Let me use angle 45 degrees for this my experiment. So all through the experiment, I'll be starting from 45 degrees. Are we ready? Let's go. 45. Watch as I push this thing, display it until I get 35. Do I say 35 or 45? Is 45 not too much? All right, 45 degree. Are we ready? Now if you look below our buttons I'm going to use, I'll tell you about them, other ones like this one and the other one in the next video. But then of course you know that this is a play button to get it started. Once I click on this one, it will start counting and my time start reading, and this oscillation start this experiment start oscillating, and I'll count for 20, stop, record it as it is directed on these procedures. I'll follow these procedures and then record all my scores here. Let's go. All right, I'm ready. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, what do I have as my time? The time is 42 seconds. I'll go to my table. 42 seconds. I want to record it. I want to do it 2 times so I can then take the average. You know how we were taught. So 1 time is not enough. I'm going to do it the second time. So I will now take the average here, then measure my time at 80 seconds, plot the graph as I'm directed. Let's go for the second time. So I'll click this one to clean up my time, to reset my watch, my stopwatch to 0. Reset my stopwatch to 0. Displace this to angle 45. I would have used 25 or so. All right, to 45. Are we ready for the second one? Let's go. This is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. 41.9 seconds. I'll go to my table and record 41.90 second. I think this is 42.00. I'll take the average by pressing the calculator. I won't, of course, you know how to do this one. That is 42.00 plus 41.90 equal 83.9 divide 2. I have 41.95. 41.95. Then what will be my t? I'll divide this value by 20. I have 2.09. 2.09. Then t square, I have to square that value, which will give me, that is 2.09 square. What do I have? I have 4 here. I will have 4.37, so to say 4.37. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for when at the length 80, 60, 40 and 20 as it is in the procedure. This time around, now what do I do? 80, this is length 80. I'll use my meter rule. 80, come over here up to length, push this blue button until I got 80. Alright, this is 80. Then restart my stopwatch here. I'll start my stopwatch, make it 0, display the angle 45. Yes, 45. Let's go. I'll start the experiment again. Remember, I'm going to do it 2 times as well. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. I have 37.61 to my table for 20. 36.61. I hope I'm correct. Let me go back to my Fed. 37 actually, 37.61. All right, no problem. For the second time, let me do it for the second time. Reset the time. Let's go. Display at angle 45. Let's go. This is 1, this is 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. This will continue 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. I have 37.46 to my table. 37.46. Average 37.46 plus 37.46 plus 37.61 equal to 75.07 divide 2, 37.53. So I have here 37.53. Okay, what will be the period? Divide this value by 20. Divide the value by 20. I have 1.87. 1.88, so to say 1.88. all right, if I square this value, what do I have? Square this value, I have 3.52. 3.52. You know, this will continue until, where's the question? Plot the graph of L on the vertical axis against t square on the horizontal axis. So when I finish, I'm going to plot this graph L against t square as it is required in the questions, and then I'll follow up to answer every other question. Does this look awesome to you? You can use as a practical for school owners and teachers. Teaching don't have to be stressful or painful. Learning has to be fun and easy, and understanding as well. We have a lot of this. You will also notice that this is available for free, thanks to University of Colorado. I'll see you in another video. Thank you.